All right, let's introduce this activity. This is a mapping activity, mapping the 13 colonies, very similar to mapping our French and Indian War activity. We're going to end up decorating this paper. It's going to look something like this when we're done writing all over it. We've got our key, we've got 3 different bits of color. As we're going through, our plan is to identify the 3 colonial regions and then the areas around everything. And so we've got our colonial regions right here. It's in the bright white. We've kind of got a dark gray. It's going to be hard to write there. I recommend using a pencil with a super hard press, or maybe a pen would be good, something just a little bit darker. And then here we have a body of water, and we're going to find out what that body of water is as well. But the first thing to look at is, we'll walk through number 1 together. Time of the Revolutionary War, northern colonies were Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New Hampshire. Later, Maine was carved from Massachusetts. So I know that Massachusetts is abbreviated MASS. I also know that on Google Classroom there's a list of state abbreviations, just in case I've forgotten. But if Maine was carved from Massachusetts, it's created from Massachusetts. If I color in this part of Massachusetts, have I also then colored in where Maine was carved from? I have, yes. And so I know then too, when I'm crossing these off on my paper, if I have carved out and colored New Hampshire, which I know is NH right here, if I've carved out New Hampshire, then I can also cross out Vermont. I've also done Vermont. When we get down towards 789, we're going to label 3 lakes. These look like lakes, and so does this, but this is the Hudson Bay, and we're going to leave that well enough alone. It is too big for us to worry about right here. And it tells me that the Northeastern Lake is represented. So which one of these 3 would be northeast? Well, thankfully, I've got a compass rose here. I've got northeast, so the one going this direction would be Lake Ontario, and I would label that on the map. And that's it. Just work your way down steps 1 through 12. Nothing to label up here. Hudson Bay, we don't need to worry about that. You will be writing 1 thing here and adding 2 things in this area on the western part of the colonies. And that's it. That's how to map the 13 colonies. Awesome.